In a bustling African city, where the sun kissed the earth with golden rays and the winds carried whispers of ancient tales, there lived a young single mother named Leila. She was in her early 20s, with a heart as vast as the savannah and a spirit as resilient as the baobab tree. Leila had a 2-year-old daughter named Ashley, whose laughter was like the tinkling of distant bells, bringing joy to all who heard it. Leila worked tirelessly as a street vendor, selling handmade beads and trinkets to provide for her little girl. Though life was hard, she never lost hope, for she believed in the old saying, "When the roots of the baobab run deep, the storm cannot uproot it." She and Ashley lived in a small, crumbling shack on the outskirts of the city, dreaming of a better future. One day, as Leila was setting up her stall in the market, a sleek black car pulled up nearby. Out stepped a man dressed in an immaculate suit, his presence commanding attention. This was Mark, a billionaire known across the continent for his vast wealth and ruthless business dealings. He was a man who had everything but seemed to have lost his soul along the way. Mark was in the market to inspect a piece of land he planned to acquire for a new luxury resort. The land, however, was home to dozens of families, including Leila and Ashley. The residents had been fighting to keep their homes, but Mark's wealth and influence seemed insurmountable. As Mark walked through the market, his eyes fell on Leila's stall. He was drawn to the intricate beads she sold, each one telling a story of tradition and craftsmanship. Curious, he approached her. Leila, unaware of who he was, greeted him warmly and began to share the stories behind her creations. Her passion and resilience struck a chord in Mark, something he hadn't felt in years. Leila smiling softly, "Each bead tells a story, sir. This one here, with the blue and green swirls, represents the ocean and the sky. It's said to bring peace to the wearer." Mark looked intrigued and then asked, "And this one?" "The red and gold." Leila, holding up the bead, "Ah, this one is special. It symbolizes the fire of the sun and the wealth of the earth. It's for those who seek courage and prosperity." Mark was captivated, not just by the beads, but by the woman who crafted them. Over the next few weeks, he found himself returning to Leila's stall, not to buy beads, but to listen to her stories and watch Ashley play. He began to see the world through their eyes, a world where wealth meant little and love and community meant everything. Slowly, the ice around his heart began to melt. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Mark visited Leila's home. He saw the cracks in the walls, the leaking roof, and the meager meals they shared. Yet, he also saw the love between mother and daughter, a love that made their humble home feel like a palace. "Leila, how do you do it? How do you keep going, despite all this?" Mark asked softly, his voice full of love and emotions. Leila, smiling gently, as she says, "When you have someone to live for, you find strength you never knew you had. Ashley is my world, and as long as she's happy, I can face anything." Mark was silent for a long time, his mind racing with thoughts and emotions he had long suppressed. That night, he made a decision that would change everything. He canceled his plans for the luxury resort and instead used his wealth to build a community center on the land. The center provided housing, education, and health care for the families who had once faced eviction. He named it the Golden Baobab, after the tree that symbolizes strength and resilience. Mark, addressing the community, "This land is not mine to take. It belongs to all of you. The Golden Baobab will be a place where families can grow, children can learn, and dreams can flourish." The crowd erupted in cheers, but Leila stood silently, tears streaming down her face. She approached Mark, her voice trembling with emotion. Why are you doing this?" she asked. Mark, looking into her eyes and wiping her tears off, then he said gently, "Because of you, Leila. You and Ashley showed me what true wealth is. It's not in money or power, but in love and community. I was lost, but you helped me find my way." Leila was offered a job at the center, teaching others the art of bead-making and storytelling. Ashley grew up surrounded by love and opportunity, her laughter echoing through the halls of the Golden Baobab. As for Mark, he found a new purpose in life, not in accumulating wealth, but in giving it away to those in need. The people of the city began to call Mark the keeper of the Golden Baobab, a man who had once been lost but found his way through the kindness of a young mother and her daughter. And so, the tale of Mark, Leila, and Ashley became a legend, a reminder that even the hardest hearts can be softened, and that sometimes, blessings come in the most unexpected disguises. And from that day on, whenever a baobab tree bloomed in the city, the people would say it was a sign that love and generosity were alive and well, thanks to the keeper of the Golden Baobab.